Let's talk about The Autopsy of Jane Doe. This movie was requested by Decembrist. I kind of love that name, Decembrist. This movie starts with a very interesting opening shot. It's shot upside down, and then the camera slowly spins to right side up. I really like that. The color was bright and vibrant and lush. It transitions into the next scene, and the color becomes a bit more washed out for an established shot of a house. Then the color saturation comes back in as we see the aftermath of multiple murders. I really liked how they played with color in that instance. I also liked how sparingly a score was used in this movie. I thought that's very effective to show how silent or how quiet a coroner's office might be at times. Some would say dead quiet. We meet the main characters, a father and a son who are both coroners. The son is pretty much an apprentice still learning his craft or his trade from his father. The son is supposed to go on a date later on that evening with his girlfriend, but decides to stay and help his father with a corpse that was brought in by the sheriff at the very last minute. Our titular Jane Doe. 20 minutes into the movie, I'm wondering if this is going to be a possession film because of the state of her body. I was wondering whether she was possessed and then died during an exorcism, or whether her dead body was still possessed. Even the mention of vaginal trauma kind of reminded me of the crucifix scene in The Exorcist or the curling iron scene in the Exorcist TV series. Then I thought maybe she was a vampire because of the trauma to her heart and how her blood responded to being refrigerated. But when they pulled the flour out of her and the cloth that was wrapped around a tooth, I was really at a loss at what was going on until the radio started playing Let the Sun Shine In, and within the lyrics of that song there's talk of a devil. And I can tell you what her deal is because I don't want to fully spoil the movie for you, but it's not either of the things that I've mentioned previously. The FX artwork, and I'm going to call this artwork because that's what it is artwork, of the open torso was really well done. When they discovered that her waist had been compressed by a corset and the scarring on her heart and lungs from smoke, plus the way she was found half buried in a basement, I went back to thinking vampire again. This was really compelling to watch because of these things. It's unraveling a mystery and you're trying to solve the mystery as well as you watch the movie. Then they peeled her skin back and shit hit the fan. And I went back to, is she a demon again? Like maybe 100-year-old demon. The movie was taking me through, it was making me go through changes, playing with my emotions. So about 52 minutes in, I was going with demon, but nope, she's not a demon. I won't spoil it for you, but the explanation is actually pretty cool. I'll give you one hint. It's a creature type person that's only recently resurfaced in the horror genre. There used to be many movies about this type of character in the 60s and 70s, and then somehow it really went away. It's good to see them bring this creature back. I'm saying creature because I don't want it to kind of throw you off a little bit because it's not really technically a creature, if you know what I mean. Now I will say this wasn't scary for me, but again, I'm a bit desensitized, so your mileage may vary. I would still suggest watching it at night with the lights off, just for fun. I was gonna say that the story could have progressed a little bit faster, or the pacing could have been faster, but sometimes I have to check myself because I have ADHD and my attention span is not the norm. So what I might consider slow, some non-ADHD people may not consider that slow at all. This movie was only 82 minutes long. The acting was really good. The story was very compelling. The FX were outstanding. I highly recommend this movie. Thank you, Decembrist, for recommending that I check out this movie. But like I always say, just because I love something doesn't mean you won't hate it, and just because I hate something doesn't mean you won't love it.